Good evening, welcome ladies and gentlemen in the English news from Djibouti channels. Here are the headlines of our editions tonight. The Prime Minister participated in the celebrations of International Day of the Child. On continental news, Russia captured 3 Ukrainian vessels in the Azov Sea. That were our top story, and now let's get to the detail. The Prime Minister, Mr. Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed, participated today the Children's Day jointly organized by the Minister of Women and Family and the Minister of Education and the National Union of Women with the support of the United Nations. This celebration of International Children's Day was held at the People's Palace. Its motto was "Protecting a child is protecting a nation." In addition to the officials, representatives of many institutions took part in this event, which was marked by moments of anti-discrimination. Senior official was lucidly recalled that a great way remains to be done to meet all the needs of Djiboutians' children and ensure their full development.
Hasta que las olas gritan.
The Minister of Women and the Family recalled on these occasions all the efforts undertaken to safeguard the rights of children and mothers, to include them in the law. The Prime Minister, Mr. Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed, stressed during his speech how much this effort of safeguarding and protecting the women's and children's rights and are consistent and concern everyone in Djibouti. Like other countries around the world, all Djibouti had mobilized yesterday afternoon for a great march to say no to violence against women. This great march brought together members of the government, parliamentarians, as well as ordinary citizens. The march was initiated by the National Union of Women and ADPF as part of the International Day Against Violence Women. The start of the march was given from the airport road to the end at the municipal stadium, which houses the technical training center of Djiboutian Football Federation. The men and women workers, young and old, have traveled 2 kilometers in general joy. The Ministers of Women, Mrs. Hassan Ahmed, thanked all the participants in the Great March organized by the National Union of Women and the ADPF to say no to the violence against women. This ceremony is organized thanks to the effort of the National Union of Women and the high authority of the First Lady, Mrs. Khadra Mahmoud Haid. She recalled on this occasion the many initiatives taken by the UNFD to promote the right of women in our country and the support to women's associations and families on the social level, including the fight against the women. During his speech, the Ministers of Women and Family thanked all that efforts mobilize many women in different regions in the country. In collaboration with the Under-Parliamentarian Union, a workshop on capacity building of parliamentarians and their actions of gender equality was held this morning in the National Assembly. This workshop saw the participations of women parliamentarians and women officials of various institutions, an opportunity for participants to share their views on women's participations in decisions making related to national affairs. In his opening address, the Assembly President, Mr. Muhammad Ali Hamad, said the importance of this workshop is not to be demonstrated ended for the head of the National Assembly. The adoption of the law on codes and the elections of new women parliamentarians has created a positive dynamic favorable to the promotions of gender equality in our country, he concluded. At the Diplomatic Institute, the National Agency for Persons with Disabilities, and in close collaborations with the was the occasions we will stay at the Diplomatic Institute, the National Agency for Persons with Disabilities, in close collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, organized this morning a workshop for the preparation of the National Plan of Action for Persons with Special Needs for the period 2019-2023. The document in preparations must help the professional integration of persons with disabilities in accordance with the government desire to promote an inclusive society. The creating national agency for people with disabilities is at the center of the work, say the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The Minister of Equipment and Transport, Mr. Muhammad Abdul Qadir Musa Hilim Chur, yesterday morning the official opening of the meeting of IOM Audit Program International Maritime Organization at the Sheraton Hotel. It brought together the Minister of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Abdi Yusuf Suge, the Secretary General of Ministry of the Environment, the Director of the Port of Djibouti, and several executives of the ministers concerned by the audit, as well as a team of auditors from IMO. It was the departures of football team called Solar 7 in Nairobi. The Republic of Djibouti will participate in the African Championship of Clubs. It's thus the Djiboutian team RTD Solar 7 flew in the directions of Nairobi, capital of Kenya, where it will participate in the African Championship of Club. The 22 players and the coaching team RTD Solar 7 left Djibouti Saturday night. She will face Club Kombriongi Sharks tomorrow for the first leg for the Championship of Africa Clubs, and the return match will be played in Djibouti Gold Stadium on December 5th. And now let's move on continental news. Russia captured 3 Ukrainian vessels in the Azov Sea. For more details, follow this report.
3 Ukrainian Navy vessels flowing throughout in the Black Sea near the Crimean Peninsula, promoting the UN Security Council to call an emergency meeting. The Russian Coast Guard opened fire onto a reports on tech belonging to Ukraine, which it claimed had made unauthorized passage through Russian weather. 2 of the gravity Patians and Couple were damaged in 6 crew members injured. The FSCP say it had forced to act because the ship had illegal entered its territorial weather, attempt illegal actions and ignored the warning to stop while maneuvering dangerously.
Here we arrive at the end of this news today. Thank you for watching us. Have a good night. Goodbye.